The Punisher has a new look. Is this the stupidest thing you've ever seen in your life, or is this just another deviation from changing the status quo, or is there something more sinister afoot, or a hand? I don't know. We'll talk about all of this. This is not that it's something to talk about. We're going to talk about it, but first, before we get to that, check out my website, sweetcomics.com. I've got comics you can get right now. You don't have to wait. Graphic novels, single issues, and even the standee that was so popular. I still have a few of those left. Check them out. Dracula is coming very soon. This is Clint Stoker's Dracula, a new take on the classic story. Yes, from my long distant cousin. I think he's my 11th cousin, 4 times removed, something like that. Anyway, check that out. It's also very smart to join the pre-launch campaign. All right, so getting into the story. Was that fast enough? All right. Marvel Comics releases the first look at the Punisher's revamped skull symbol. Now, we're going to read in between the lines here for a moment because that is the intent. When they made this, this is something that Marvel likes to do a lot. They will, they'll base a change off of what is currently trendy on Twitter, what articles are coming out, whoever else is reading in between the lines, and then Marvel will go ahead and make some change based on that, but they won't directly say it's based on that. So let's say that you are a normie who has better things to do with your life besides follow all the random comic crap on Twitter, and you have a day job, you've got a girlfriend, you've got, whatever else, you've got important things to do with your life, and you're into the Punisher and you say, oh, the Punisher has a new symbol. Let's take a look at that symbol first. There it is on his chest. Does it look like an earwig with teeth? Yeah, kind of a lot, actually. Not even a little bit, a lot. It looks weird, but that is the intention, right? So if that's all you saw is that this has changed, you'd think, well, that's kind of weird. We'll see what happens. The reason why they changed this symbol, it is purely, strictly to get media coverage like on Yahoo Entertainment that would normally not be covering comic book stories. And 2, it's for the live streams, it's for the YouTube videos, even, yes, just like this one, because that's what's going to get people talking. And then what they're hoping is it'll make the right people mad, and all around they're going to sell comic books. That's their goal. They do this over and over again. It'd be better just not to feed the trolls, but still, here I am. We persist. Okay, so here's the thing, though. When you look at the Punisher symbol, super classic. Everyone knows it's classic. Do you think for a moment that Marvel is really going to get rid of such a valuable piece of IP? Just that Punisher symbol alone, they must be making so much money off of it from merchandise, galore. They have to be making some very good money off of that. So why would they just change the simple symbol, especially to something so silly? Again, it's for short-term comics. You have to realize this is always how Marvel sells comics. Everything is short-term. And I think I can prove it. So for example here, remember back when Spider-Man donned the black suit. I remember the very first time I saw comic books. It was actually super early in my time reading comic books, but I saw 80s Spider-Man comics. He's wearing a black suit. I can't even remember how far on down the line it was, what issues they were. But I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. It gave me, I was wondering a lot about it. I had a lot of questions about it. Clearly, it never once did it occur to me that there could be some kind of political motivation behind it. It just didn't matter. It was a Spider-Man comic book. Now, you could say that Marvel is just doing that. That's all they want to do is just, put a little spin on the Punisher that everyone can get excited about and ask questions and want to read more. Again, that's not what this is really about. It's about subtext. And it's yet to be determined if the book is actually going to cover those, political issues or be anti-police or anti-law, law enforcement in general, anti-military, whatever it is, whatever their critiques are. This is about selling comic books with short-term thinking. because that's what they always do. When I thought about the changes that they made to Spider-Man a few years ago, when Dan Slott made the Superior Spider-Man, I remembered I read through that entire run. I read Spider-Man before that run started, and I remember thinking, how long is this going to go before they return things to the status quo? If you read comics for any length of time, you know that everything is a gimmick. Especially when it comes to Marvel comics in particular. It is a gimmick, and they will return to the status quo. That's what they do. So what's different this time? Only the subtext. That is all. So I guarantee you, if we all, myself included, stopped talking about it every time and getting outraged every single time they did this, then they would stop doing it, because they'd have to find some way else to get people talking about these major changes. I don't know. To me, it's almost like you're just out of ideas if you have to sink to this level. But if it's working for them, and if they're getting short-term gains, they're only being encouraged to do it more. So let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this. Is there anyone out there that likes this new Punisher logo? Apparently it symbolizes that he's actually a member of the Hand now. That's his new role. It's a shadowy League of Assassins. I associate the Hand with Daredevil or with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because of the foot. But in this case, it could purely be for storytelling reasons, but it was a convenient way to make people talk about it. Or maybe they really do have a political bend to everything, and they want to try and send a positive in air quotes message. I'm not sure, but I want to know your thoughts. Let me know below. Help me grow this channel too. I want to see if I can still, are there people out there that still care about indie comics, as I can express them. If you want to support me in the channel, the easiest way to do that is thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And let's push on to 10,000 subscribers. I think that'd be fantastic. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.